Hello and welcome to another MCO market update on XRP. Yeah, just a brief look here at the daily time frame. We are still tracking a potential triangle pattern in this wave 4 here, but I wanted to take the opportunity just to show you the long-term chart, which still allows for one more high. As you might have learned in our tutorial videos, for example, from an Elliott wave point of view, we're always looking for a 5-wave pattern, and a 5-wave pattern can complete a full impulse or diagonal structure, in this case to the upside, before a larger correction could unfold. The main focus is on whether XRP can actually complete a solid 5-wave move up, because only if that's the case, this chart gives us really a let's say, a confirmation that it plans to be long-term bullish. I'm talking about long-term here, yeah? So in the short term, the focus is on higher as long as we're holding support at $1.20. But the larger time frame is only consisting of 3 waves so far. So we've got that wave 1 that was back in 2013, wave 2 correction in 2017, the wave 3 rally, typically the most aggressive part of any trend, in 2018, the wave 4 as a triangle, bottomed in July 2024, and the 5th wave would ideally take us to $5, $5.60 or $6.60. At least these are the next targets to watch. Condition is that the market holds above $1.20. So that is why this 5-wave pattern is so central, because when we get these 5 waves completed, from an Elliott wave point of view, this is to be considered wave 1, and then the subsequent correction could be a wave 2 before we go even higher long term. Now, I want to make sure that everybody understands that this correction can take time. Look at how long this 5-wave move up took, like more than 10 years. So don't expect that wave 2 correction to be finished in a month, right? That will take years. I mean, at least if this really is going to be this wave degree of wave 2. It's just something to be aware of. So therefore, I am still considering that a more substantial price top could form after the next high. Until then, we are watching for higher prices. There are, of course, other scenarios we can track, but you need to think about whether you want to hold on to your positions once we get the next high. Obviously, whether you do that or not depends on your risk profile, your strategy. I can only share with you the chart, and I will tell you in this local uptrend at any point what the levels are that need to be broken to confirm a more substantial downtrend. At the same time, the support areas help us to understand, can we still focus on higher prices? And at the moment, I do, at least. And all I can do, I cannot promise you that support holds, but I can show you which levels need to hold to keep, from an Elliott wave point of view, that's really just what it is, to keep this uptrend alive. And that's the $1.21 level. So at the moment, I am tracking a triangle pattern in a wave 4 that could still give us one more high in a wave 5. But please note that if we start to break below key levels that we track on the smaller time frame, one such level is the $1.77 level, then the $1.55 to $1.20 area will come into focus. And that means just a larger wave 4 is unfolding. But it would mean the triangle will be invalidated. That would not be unusual, because triangles are very fragile patterns. Yeah, I mean, they represent indecision. That's essentially what they do. Still, though, as long as we're holding that $1.77 level, I'm watching for higher prices. On the smaller time frame, you can see in more detail this triangle, how I'm tracking it as a sideways consolidation pattern. Elliott wave teaches us it's an A, B, C, D, E pattern. And at the moment, this is simply a sideways consolidation. The $1.77 level is a critical level that must hold to keep this scenario alive. And at the moment, we are even holding below nearest structural resistance. So we keep the triangle alive at the moment. The next level to break above is $2.23. I mean, that's the next resistance. We are approaching that now. I mean, we have to see how the market reacts to it. That's a previous swing low from the 18th of March and previous swing highs. So this would be next resistance. But everything here is really just considered noise. We really have to shift the focus to $1.77. That's the main level. As long as that holds, this whole triangle pattern remains alive. That's the update about XRP. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.